Welcome to our Inspiring Healthy Living. My name is Elaine Mason, and I can't do two things at once. I'm trying to get the slideshow up and running. I am so excited that you guys have joined us this evening, and just look forward to just having a chance to just talk about a little bit about health and nutrition. We're going to hear from Amy Baker this evening. She's going to tell her health journey. And then we're going to take a little break, and anybody who would like to stay on the call with us, we're going to talk a little bit about the mission behind this amazing Juice Plus product. So we'll go ahead and jump in and get started, and just look forward to spending some time together. Well, before we kind of jump into the good news, I've kind of have some disturbing news when we actually take a look at what the statistics are in regard to how healthy we are, or maybe I should say how unhealthy we are in America today. We're dealing with heart disease, cancer, diabetes. Our children are obese, and Dr. David Katz, I always enjoy hearing him speak, and one statement he makes is quite disturbing that says our children are more harmed by poor diet than by exposure to drugs, alcohol, and tobacco combined. Our environment is not much better. We are living in a very toxic world, and I think sometimes we kind of forget the impact that it's having on us day in and day out between the pollution, water contaminants, the pesticides, herbicides, plastics, you name it, we are dealing with it in our world today. And then our food quality isn't any better. 90% of the food eaten in America is processed. 80% of our foods at the grocery store didn't exist 100 years ago. And then I think even this next statement here, broccoli has lost 80% of its nutritional value. I always wondered why they kept upping the number of fruits and vegetables that you need to eat. But when you start seeing how depleted our soil is and realize what we're buying at the grocery store, we need to consume more simply because the nutritional value has just literally been depleted. So what can we do to be healthy? So exercise, drinking water, sleeping 7 to 8 hours a night. How about managing stress? Right now we are in an extremely stressful time in history. So that's pretty challenging these days. Environmental changes, and then just eating real food. And we're going to talk a little bit more about eating real food. And why is that? Because 75% of the diseases are preventable with good nutrition. And that's by Dr. Bill Sears, who's known as American's pediatrician. So if we know we can influence at least 75% of that, let's dive into some of the statistics. It's been said that either there are two things that we really have to pay attention to in regard to disease, and then disease ultimately leading to death, and that's oxidative stress and inflammation. And it says oxidative stress causes aging and disease, and what's happening is there are 10,000 oxidative hits to our DNA per cell per day in all humans. And it's because of lack of poor nutrition, medication, smoking, stress, toxins, even exercise and pregnancy. Now, I love that apple because a picture, you've heard it said, is worth 1,000 words. And if I look at that and I'm thinking, okay, why on the left is that apple look like it's been laying out for a week, but the other half of it look pretty like it's just been cut. And that really is a great illustration of what oxidative stress is. Once oxygen hits that apple, it begins to rot, to deplete, and really to die. And that's where the good news, here's where the good news comes in with that, is antioxidants, which come from fruits and vegetables. There are antioxidant supplements, but they don't have the same effects as actually eating fruits and vegetables that are oxygen rich. And if you think about antioxidant rich, if you think about the side that looks brand new, it's because it's been coated with lemon juice. And so lemons have antioxidants in it. So why, when we hear our moms and our dads talk about eat fruits and vegetables because they're good for you, the reason they're so good for us, it's like a coating, a protective coating that's covering our DNA, protecting us from the oxidative stress and those hits that our bodies are taking every single day. So the news isn't that fruits and vegetables are just good for you, but that they are so good for you that they can save your life. So we need 7 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. That is a lot of vegetation. And if you're an athlete or you got an athlete in your house, 16 to 18 servings. One of my daughters was an extreme athlete. And just the thought of trying to get 16 fruits and vegetables, I was just lucky to get her home at least for one meal a day. So we really have a dilemma on our hands. Produce is picked way too early, transported thousands of miles. 90% of Americans don't eat enough servings. With servings like that, it is a challenge. But on top of that, we're just not eating the variety that we need. And the variety is just as important as the number of fruits and vegetables that we eat. Here's another great slide that I think is just a picture's worth 1,000 words kind of a slide. To the left, what you see is a supplemental fact that's on the back of a multivitamin or some type of supplement, where maybe at best, I don't even think there's 100 there, maybe 25, 30 different isolated vitamins that have been megadosed to get some kind of reaction in the body. But if you look to the right, I won't make anybody read that because I know they're very small, but what that is 400 of the 10,000 phytonutrients found in an apple. And so if what we're taking, and unfortunately, we've kind of been taught down through the years, take a multivitamin, but if what we need are the 10,000 phytonutrients, which are just nutrients that are fighting in your body to make your body stronger, to protect your body. If we're gonna think we're gonna protect our body just from a handful of isolated synthetic vitamins and minerals, it's not even 1% of what we should be getting, because our bodies were made to recognize and absorb whole food. When our body sees these isolated synthetic vitamins outside of this synergistic action that it works together in whole food, our body works hard to get it out, which is why if you're taking a multivitamin, many times when you go to the restroom, you're like, oh my goodness, what's going on with my urine? It's because of the synthetic vitamins we're taking. Your body's working really hard to flush it out. Research shows that vitamins actually may do more harm than good. My husband and I experienced this many years ago, back in 1999, when we kind of started our health journey. We started taking a vitamin supplement. And my husband, within a matter of a couple of months, his iron shot really high, like into dangerous ranges. And the only thing we could think about was it this multivitamin we started taking? Sure enough, once he got off of that multivitamin, his iron levels went back down into normal ranges. And that's what triggered in my mind to really start researching and saying, if this synthetic isolated vitamin isn't what our body needs to protect it, to protect our bodies, to be healthy, to be strong, what is it? And that's where I really started researching whole food and realizing that's what our body needs. And that's what's going to protect our bodies. And so back in 1999, when we started our health journey, we made one simple change. Once we'd done this research, everything kept pointing back to whole food nutrition. And I love that statement that says, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And it was right about that time we were introduced to Juice Plus, which Juice Plus is 30 raw fruits and vegetables and berries. It's whole food that's harvested at the peak of ripeness so that the nutrition is intact. Most of what we eat from the grocery store is usually picked 2 to 3 weeks prior to that peak of ripeness, and that last week is when that nutrition gets into that fruit or that vegetable. Juice Plus includes the peels, the leaves, the seeds, and then all of it, the whole fruit or vegetable, is juiced and dried into powders. You know, when we eat an orange, I think I've read 90% of that, the vitamin C is found in the orange peel itself. And so I don't know about you, but I don't eat too many orange peels. I don't eat any, except getting them through Juice Plus. The plant powders are put into capsule or delicious gummy forms. And then Juice Plus also 2 years ago came out with an omega blend, which is a vegan omega blend. We bypass the fish, go straight to the algae, which is where the fish get their omega. Add berry seed oils, and also there are 6 different plant oils within our Juice Plus omega blend. Juice Plus is unique. And I love talking about the 3 things that just set Juice Plus apart. Number one, as I've mentioned, it's straight food. It is not a vitamin supplement. It is whole food and carries a whole food nutritional label, just like if you went to the grocery store and you picked up some broccoli. It's NSF third-party certified. NSF is like the highest labeling that you can have on a product. It's what our Olympic athletes need, or our professional athletes has to have the NSF certification in order for them to take anything. It's safe for all ages, pregnant women, nursing, elderly. And then thirdly, Juice Plus is the most researched nutraceutical product in the world. And you can always ask Suri, what's the most researched product in the world? And what you'll get is Juice Plus. Right now, it's actually up to 41 studies, clinical studies, that have been done on Juice Plus. You're not going to find a more thoroughly researched product. I love that it is what's called gold standard, meaning that it's randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled, tested on the product itself, human clinical trials, and then the research has been so significant that then peer-reviewed medical journals have picked it up and published these research studies. And then lastly, it's done in an ethical way. And I'll draw your attention to that third bullet point there, just to show the credibility of the universities and research centers and hospitals that research Juice Plus. Charité University Medical Center in Berlin, Germany, was the first place to develop the coronavirus testing. And so those are the type of facilities that are researching our Juice Plus product. You're not going to get a broader, more respected group of hospitals and universities to do research on a product. So what does all this research say? It's bioavailable, meaning your body knows what food is. It knows how to recognize it, how to absorb it, meaning 100% bioavailable, and then it knows how to utilize it in the body. What we know is that it contributes toward cardiovascular wellness. It supports our immune health, which right now, what we want is our immune system working in tip-top capacity so that we are ready for whatever we have to face. It helps protect our DNA, just like we're talking about oxidative stress, reduces oxidative stress, supports healthy skin, healthy gums, supports a healthy inflammatory response, which so many of our diseases today go right back to inflammation. Supports quality of life for cancer survivors, improves metabolism in overweight boys, and it supports lung health in smokers. I love what Dr. Richard Du Bois says. There is nothing else available any place in the world with or without a prescription that's been clinically proven to do what Juice Plus has been proven to do. I love this slide because what it represents is that the Juice Plus company cares about the next generation. We have a Healthy Starts for Family program that with every child or with every adult that gets on Juice Plus, a child can get on Juice Plus for free for up to 4 years. So if you have a child between the ages of 4 all the way through college, you get on Juice Plus, your child can get on Juice Plus for free. And there's been over 2 million people gone through this program, and look at the amazing results that happen once people get on Juice Plus. And especially our children, knowing that we are teaching them how to live a healthy life right from the get-go. So here's the good news. Juice Plus is affordable. Our flagship product there is our fruit, our vegetable, and berry capsules. And for $2.50 a day, you can put into your body that nutrition, that powerhouse of nutrition, 30 raw fruits and vegetables every single day across the board. When we talk about the rainbow of colors, I mean, you saw it on a couple slides back. It's a beautiful array of colors, not to mention, never in my life have I eaten 30 fruits and vegetables every day. And what your kids can get the Juice Plus for free. It can be either the gummies, or if they choose the capsules, they can consume the capsules too. We also have what's called our vegan protein shake mix. I think there's been very few days I've ever actually missed having a Juice Plus shake every day. Absolutely love them. And if you love having your blood sugar stabilized, this is an incredible shake to kickstart your day. And then lastly, for $1 a day is our Omega Blend. And anybody out there that has any kind of inflammation going on in your body, I'm telling you, the Omega Blend works beautifully. So I am going to turn it over. I shared a lot of information pretty quickly, so I always love for someone to share their story because we don't forget stories. And I would love for my dear friend, Amy Baker, to just share her health journey and how she came to hear about Juice Plus and what it has done for her. Amy, would you take it away?
Yes. And Elaine, if you can stop sharing your screen so everyone can see me better. Okay, thank you. Well, thanks everybody for getting on. I'll just tell y'all a little bit about my story. So I've been taking Juice Plus for 10 years, and some of the things that I've noticed in the past 10 years are an increase in my energy level. I also noticed that I don't get sick as often, and if I ever do get sick, I always recover very quickly. And same with my kids. They always, they don't get sick as often as their peers, and when they do get sick, they always recover very quickly. And my kids love eating fruits and vegetables, and I know that's because of Juice Plus, because I know that your body craves what you put into it. And it really wasn't until I had my 3 pregnancies that I really realized all that Juice Plus was doing in my body and what all it was protecting me from. Because, you know, we really can't feel prevention or protection. And at the time, I really didn't think I had any major health issues, but it was through those pregnancies that I realized I actually did have some major underlying health issues. It was then that I realized that Juice Plus, I just realized all that it was doing in protecting me, that more than I even knew. I really should not have been able to have those 3 healthy babies without more complications than I had. And I believe it was, with all my heart, that I believe that it was Juice Plus that was protecting me. So I had some blood work done between babies number 2 and number 3. And we discovered that my estrogen levels were dangerously high and that my progesterone levels were way too low. And my doctor was shocked that with my low progesterone that I was able to get pregnant so quickly and that I didn't have any miscarriages. And my OBGYN doctor, when he looked at the blood work, he also said he was shocked that I didn't have cancer with how high my estrogen levels were. And I just really believe that it was Juice Plus that was protecting me from those things. Just because you take Juice Plus doesn't mean you'll never get sick or never have health issues. But what I saw was that when we front load our bodies with this kind of nutrition, then our bodies have the ability to fight whatever is going on in your body. And so because of what I learned through my journey, I just felt such a strong burden to share this with everybody that I knew. So my background is in IT and finance. And when I started having kids 7 years ago, I decided to stay home full time. And this past year, I actually went back to work part-time, but I didn't realize how difficult that was going to be with having 3 young kids at home. I had to get a babysitter and pay the babysitter. And then after paying the babysitter, I really wasn't making enough money to make it worth it. And it was then I kind of realized that my heart and my passion really aligns more now with this mission of inspiring healthy living than with my background of IT and finance. And so I also just felt this strong calling from God that this is what I should be focused on now. And I've loved seeing God bring me people that need this product. And I've loved seeing how he's helped them and how he's healed them with this whole food and nutrition. And there's just so many things I do love about this business model. I love the time flexibility and the financial flexibility, just be able to own my own business, but then also have the benefits package like you would find in a big company. And especially with the world's circumstances right now, I'm just so grateful to have a healthy immune system. And I'm so grateful that I'm able to stay home with my kids. And I'm grateful that I can have another income stream other than my husband's. And I'm grateful that I can do it on my time and still be able to connect with people and do something that is very meaningful to me and something that I'm very passionate about.
Thank you, Amy. I love hearing your story. I'm going to take a minute right now and just that concludes the portion that we talk about our Juice Plus product. And I would just say, if you want to jump off now, please feel free to. But we invite everyone to stay. We're going to take another 10 minutes. And Amy just shared her passion for the mission that we're on. And so we invite everyone to stay and hear the last 10 minutes. But if you want to jump off, I want to encourage you to be sure and get back with the person who invited you. Ask any questions, and we just would invite you to jump on board with us and add this powerhouse of nutrition to yourself, to your family, especially in the world that we're living in today. To me, this brings a lot of peace of mind as a mom and as a wife, knowing that we are getting the nutrition through Juice Plus. I'm going to go ahead and jump into, Amy mentioned just her desire to be part of this community and to share the mission of whole food nutrition. And I look back now, 19 years ago, somebody introduced this Juice Plus product to me, and it was a solution to a challenge that we were having. And I know personally, I had just finished, quit my job as a certified financial planner. I'd done that for 10 years. And as much as I loved it, I was very similar to Amy. I was torn because I had 2 small daughters, and as much as I loved my job, I did not like the time it was pulling me away from my girls. And so I really started praying about that God would bless me with a business that I could be passionate about, that I didn't want just a hobby. I wanted to create an income stream. And I wanted to be able to connect and really build a community of people that, even though I was at home with my daughters, I could still really feel like I was contributing and also be challenged, just mentally and from a career standpoint. And I am so grateful that I found out about the mission of Juice Plus. And our founder and president is still founder and president, Jay Martin. Since 1970, our mission has been to inspire healthy living around the world and to build a stable and lasting company that helps as many people as possible realize their dreams. And I had some dreams. I had some big dreams. I first just started out with small dreams thinking, can I do this? And every one of the things I wrote down literally in the beginning is, what do I want to accomplish? If I'm going to invest time to build an income stream, what do I want to accomplish with it? And it's neat to see how down through the years, each one of those dreams have been met. Our mission, just like our product, is unique in that it's a $50 annual fee. You can work from home, from anywhere you like. It's a small product line. Fruits and vegetables carry all those nutrients. So it's not like we have to have 200, 300 products that someone has to know. Fruits and vegetables are pretty simple. It's a consumable product. That was one of the things I really picked up on, in the fact that, I could be myself just sharing my story and not feel like any pressure that, oh my goodness, like something big that I have to make this big sale. It was more about just educating people about what a product that had changed our life. And so I love the fact that it was consumable. As a financial planner, when I realized the residual income that could be generated from this amazing product, I thought, wow, knowing I'd worked with high wealth individuals, all of them had figured out a way to create this residual income, that they weren't constantly trading X amount of time for X amount of dollars. In that, as you build and establish a customer base and a group of people who lock arms with you, and together you create an income stream that comes in and grows. I'm here 20 years later, and that residual income is still coming in, and it's amazing. It continues to grow. Last month, the month of March, we had one of the absolute biggest months we've had in a long time. I mean, our business always grows, but this past month was huge in light of what's going on and people realizing their need for great nutrition to really support their immune system. It can be part-time or full-time. There's no inventory. The last thing I did taxes, so the last thing I wanted to do was to have inventory and have to manage that. Low overhead. After 20 years now, I'm telling you, the overhead has not changed at all. We have so much support, more support than you would ever actually use all of it. Business websites that you instantly get once you join us on this mission. Positions are permanent. I've had some people who for whatever reason had to step away and have come back, and they enter right back into where they left off. And there's no glass ceiling coming from the corporate world. That was exciting to me, that I truly got paid for how much I invest and how much I cared into this business. And then lastly, a full benefits package. It's amazing to think that once I hit National Marketing Director, I have medical insurance, dental insurance, vision, life insurance, long-term disability, chiropractic care, family tuition. I am here to say I paid my last tuition bill for my youngest daughter, and I loved, actually, once my girls would finish a semester, they would submit to me their report card. I'd send that in, and Juice Plus would always send me a nice tuition reimbursement check, which was fabulous. I get a monthly expense allowance. Every month, I get $3,000 just to come back to reinvest back into my business, which is absolutely priceless when you're building and growing an income stream. So, and then lastly, holiday bonuses. And so that's always a sweet treat coming from our corporate office, just saying how much you're appreciated for what you do. Our business has 4 different business concepts in one. And I love all four of these, how they really work together, and the value of not just having one particular business concept. It's pulling from four different business concepts, the best from all four. Number one, franchising. Most of the time when I tell people what I do and I tell them about Juice Plus, they may not totally know what Juice Plus is, but the majority of the time they're like, I think I've heard about Juice Plus. It's a proven and tried system. It is literally turnkey. Jump in and literally that following month you'll be receiving a paycheck. Network marketing. I love the fact that you build within your community of people that you know and who you enjoy working with. Some of my absolute best friends have come from this Juice Plus community. Direct sales and e-commerce, wow, especially right now, the thought that we had March was one of the biggest months because it has that e-commerce package associated with it. You know, people from their homes, I was getting texts left and right. Hey, Elaine, give us an extra round. We want to double up with what's going on. Or people will go to you'll have your own personal website that people go directly to your website and order. And then lastly, the pulling from the corporate world is that beautiful benefits package. And so all of these together make up what we call the virtual franchise. Juice Plus is a caring company, always giving back. These are three ministries that we and charities that we love to give to. And to me, it's very heartwarming to see anytime something major is happening in our world, Juice Plus is quick to act and really be there to help. So I love the fact that what I feel like I've been called to do is to share. I've had so many people. I had an opportunity just a couple days ago to be on a conference call with Dr. Richard Du Bois, who's an infectious disease doctor, just asking him questions and learning from him. We are constantly gifted from our medical community who are part of Juice Plus. And so I love the fact that I have an opportunity just to turn around and share what people have the education people have graciously given to me, just as I do life. And as I'm talking to people and I'm out and about, that I get to incorporate what I do in my day-to-day life with this mission that I'm on. And, you know, what I look at every month is, you know, that our Juice Plus earnings are a direct reflection of the number of lives of people that we've been able to connect with and to share with. And so I invite you to consider joining us on this mission of inspiring healthy living. You know, some people, we all have our motivation for what we do can be different. I know some people, it's just making a difference in their world and knowing that, you know, when their life is done, they've left a mark on the world because they've impacted and influenced so many people. Some people may just say, you know what, I'd like to cover a car payment. You know, I'd like to help on some of those external fun things. And in the beginning, that's kind of where I started. I wanted to make $25,000 my first year. And I wanted to cover our vacations, my kids' activities. I wanted to save for our next car. And so when I started, that was kind of where I started, was just to help that income stream, since we'd lost 50% of our income when I'd quit my job. Or maybe you want to create more time and more margin in your life. And I can't think of, I'm telling you, I just can't imagine doing anything else, because I do have the time freedom that to me is so meaningful and has been. When I started this, I had a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old, and today this past month, they both had birthdays. They're 22 and 24. And so I have not missed a dive meet, a cheerleading competition, a track meet, you name it. I have not missed any of their activities. And to me, that's priceless at this stage in the game, they're off on their own now, to know that I can look back and I have all those memories. And then lastly, it gives you an opportunity to just financial choices. one of the things that this business has given our family for the last 10 years is traveled to Uganda. And we support a village in Uganda. And what we're seeing is just the progression of a group of about 700 people. And just plus has given us that extra financial options to really be able to do things like that, to create memories with our family, as well as to give back. And so for me, I'm forever grateful that, like Amy mentioned, having those multiple income streams coming into our households. You know, I don't know where you all are and how this virus has impacted your life. Some people, maybe it's just caused an inconvenience, but some people it's totally turned their world upside down. And for me, just knowing that this is for $50 a year, you can create an incredible income stream. 3 years into my Juice Plus business, I hit a 6-figure income, and it's grown every year since. And, you know, knowing that multiple streams of income are coming in is huge, and especially in our current economy. So we invite you to join us. We need as many people sharing the message of whole food nutrition, as well as this incredible opportunity to be part of a community of like-minded people who are trying to leave an impact on the world when it comes to our health. And so we invite you to join us. And thank you so much for being on the call. I'm going to stop the recording. If anybody would like to ask questions of Amy or myself, we would be more than happy to